find out more about polyamory, we're here at the New York City Cannabis Parade in Union Square to ask New Yorkers what they know. New Yorkers love weed. Let's see what else they love. Okay, so what is polyamory?
I'm not sure at all.
I think it means lots of love.
Okay, can
I'm
you
not
be
sure.
a little... No?
I have no idea.
I want you to tell me what that is, because I'm not sure, really.
I don't know shit about polyamory, you know, whatever that you just said. And I'm smacked.
You want to give me a textbook definition? Sure. No, you.
Oh, me? I can't. That's not my thing. I don't do textbooks. I don't even know what textbooks are. You've definitely probably heard of open relationships?
Yes.
Okay, so what are open relationships?
Relationships is you're in a relationship with somebody, but you also agreed to have a little somebody on the side.
Oh boy, is that fun?
I'm a loyal type, so to me, I don't like that. That's not my thing.
You could tell me.
I think polyamory is the ability or the desire to have multiple partners that you love. Yeah, so it's not being confined to monogamy in one person.
How do you think that differs from an open relationship?
Ooh.
That's a good question.
I feel like an open relationship is more determined by like having different sexual partners, whereas polyamory is like legitimately you can be in love with various people at the same time.
Yeah, I feel like polyamory is actually on a deeper level than open relationship. You could be like dating several people, but polyamory I feel is like being in love with more than one person.
Can I ask, have you guys ever been in polyamorous relationships?
No.
I haven't, but one of my best friends is polyamorous and has been for like years.
And what does that mean for her?
For her, it means like, so she travels a lot, and so she calls them sweeties, like different sweeties in different states, and she's equally committed to all of them and loves all of them equally.
I've been in specifically with two girls though, yeah. It wasn't really too open.
Did they know about it?
Yeah, we were all dating.
We were all dating. That's wonderful. And what was it like?
It was cool while it lasted, but they ended up leaving me and like they were together in the end, so.
You got kicked out?
I got booted.
I can't imagine coming across a woman that would say, like, it's okay for me to have sex with a different woman, but like she's the one that we're gonna have like more of a, you know, intellectual connection or something.
I'm going to break it down for you. I'm glad you're sitting for this. Women are in polyamorous relationships. All right, clearly people think I'm a textbook. Let's check the textbook. We're in the biggest Barnes & Nobles in New York City. And apparently there are no sexuality textbooks in the textbook section. So we decided to ask someone about the sexuality section. And here it is. Oh my God. Living your best life. I have no idea what that means. Oh, look at that. Great. Thanks, Steve Harvey. Oh my God. I always wanted this one. Oh God. Oh. I don't know what that, oh, thanks. Oh God. Which one do you think is the sequel? Count them. There are 6 books for the LGBTQ section. Oh my God, there's not a Q in sight. After my disappointment at the bookstore, I'm looking to social media to see if any of my friends are polyamorous.
My name is Martin Solishnik. I go to school at Baruch right now. I work at Chipotle.
My name is Jackie. I go to school and I make comics and I tell jokes and I make movies.
So you are polyamorous.
Yep.
So what is that?
Basically, that just means that it's not confined to one person. I can't see myself settling down with just one person. It doesn't make sense to me. You know, love is too fluid.
I guess it just like changes the way I view like relationships with different people, like regardless, and like understanding the way I like interact with people and like build relationships on like grounds of like friendship or like romantic interest or like sexual desire, and that like those three as sort of these like interweaving but not necessarily like connected threads. I at least like feel romantic attraction to people I'm like not necessarily like sexually attracted to, and I can at least differentiate and like treat each relationship on its own grounds.
I think with polyamorous relationships, as opposed to just open relationships, polyamory really is the ability to split feelings between different people or to have emotions for more than one people, because I've definitely had emotional connections to other girls. I would definitely want to keep seeing them and go out with them and all those kinds of things. But, you know, with open relationships, it's more about just casual random hookups.
I mean, like, I think you could define an open relationship as, like, a form of polyamory, because there are, like, blurry aspects in the distinction between the two, as far as, like, an open relationship where it's like you just like fuck other people but like are dating a single person, but then like open relationship where you have like a primary partner and like go out with other people, and then like ostensibly, like if you're defining that as like an open relationship rather than polyamory, I suppose if one of those other people you were dating like that became more serious and then you decided to reevaluate the terms of your relationship, once you like break the boundary that is like the idea of a monogamous relationship, it's like the distinctions are kind of irrelevant. In some of my relationships before I sort of went like fully polyamorous and like that sort of started as monogamous, I like sort of like that idea like came up and we like tried things and it just didn't work out. Any relationship that like I found like just as long as I start with being like, hey, you're looking for something else, like that's not gonna work. Like this is what like I'm bringing to the table, and like this is how I live my life.
I have a girlfriend. We've been dating for about 2 years. We've been polyamorous for about 8 months now. We had a period where we were broken up for a while, and we came back in a relationship realizing that, hey, maybe sticking with one person isn't really the best idea. And as soon as we got it down packed and we started exploring, you know, and expanding our horizons, we just got stronger as a couple, and honestly, like, we've never been happier.
I was in a couple of monogamous relationships, and, like, they were cool, didn't, like, fit with the way I, like, interacted with the world, and then, like, I was like, oh, well, like, maybe this would be something I could try, and I, like, met someone, like, started a relationship with the, like, intention of it being a polyamorous relationship, and, like, through that sort of just, like, figured out, like, how do I want to, like, be as someone who's in relationships, and, like, but, like, it worked out sort of setting up from the beginning that, like, this relationship is not, like, a restricted, like, exclusive thing, and so I just sort of kept going with that.
And how did the other person feel about it?
Good. I mean, yeah, they were, like, had been in polyamorous relationships for, like, a year or so before that, so we're used to it, and it just sort of, I don't know, I guess it just worked out.
There's never been jealousy. It just resulted in a discussion about it, and it never really went any further than that. We've never even gotten into a fight about it. I'm not 100% straight. It also, it just means that, I don't know, there's my preferences are so wide that to stick with one person is just sort of limiting to me.
I guess I'm, like, physically, like, weird and, like, queer enough where, like, I have enough, like, little, like, markers on my body that, like, hey, this person's, like, this is what this person's all about, and, like, then, and, like, you can tell, like, other people who are, like, fucking queer, and then, like, y'all meet, and it's just, like, a lot of things are already, like, a given, but the people are at least, like, open, if not, like, already, familiar with, like, open to trying new forms of, like, relationships, so it's not, like, a problem, really.
I read this article about a bunch of people, they were all living together and they're all polyamorous.
Uh-huh.
Do you see yourself doing that? Like having multiple partners and living with them?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could. Like, it's not, like, I'm not, like, assuming that's what it'll be, but, like, that's not like out of the realms of possibility, and like yeah, I mean, I don't know, I'm like where I live now, it's just like my two best friends, and we're like relatively inseparable, and so it's like if those were just like romantic and or sexual relationships, like that wouldn't be that much different. It's just like living with a number of people who you're in like a like strongly bonded relationship with.
And there you have it, folks. Polyamory is a thing, and it should be recognized.